If you woke up tomorrow with $1 billion, where would you put it? Most people say a bank, stocks, maybe some real estate. And almost everyone is wrong. Because billionaires don't just store money, they park it in very specific places designed for speed, protection, and survival. And one of those places? It's not what you think. Picture this. You just sold your company. Your bank account now shows $1 billion. Sounds like freedom, right? But here's the problem no one talks about. That money is now fragile. Put it in the wrong place, and you could lose millions quietly every single year. Make the wrong move, and your wealth doesn't grow. It slowly disappears. So the real question isn't how do you make $1 billion? It's where do you put it so it survives? Because the rich don't think like investors. They think like strategists, and they divide their money into 3 powerful parking spots. Part 1. The fast money, liquidity parking. Let's start with the first one, liquidity. This is money that needs to move fast. Imagine this. You own $500 million in real estate. On paper, you're rich. But tomorrow, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity shows up. You need $200 million immediately. Now what? You can't sell half a skyscraper overnight. You're stuck. And that's the danger of illiquid wealth. Core idea. Money that can't move can't win. Billionaires understand this deeply, so they always keep a portion of their wealth in what we can call the easy access vault. This money has one job: stay safe, earn something, and be available instantly. Here's where most people get it wrong. The average person puts their safe money in a savings account. Feels secure, right? But in reality, it's quietly losing power. If your bank pays you 0.4% interest, that's basically nothing. Now scale that up. $1 billion at 0.4%? That's $4 million a year. Sounds big until you realize the same money in better instruments earns $40 million. That's a $36 million mistake every year. So what do billionaires use instead? 2 main tools. First, treasuries. Think of it like lending money to the government. They pay you back with interest. Short-term, predictable, extremely safe, and most importantly, liquid. Second, money market funds. This is like a giant pool of money. Professionals manage it. They invest in safe, short-term assets like treasuries. You just put money in, and it works. No stress, no management. Simple analogy. If money were a car, liquidity is the fuel tank. It's not there to impress anyone. It's there so you can move instantly when it matters. And that's how billionaires stay ready. Because in their world, opportunities don't wait. Part 2. The permanent vault. Now here's where things get interesting, because not all money is meant to move. Some of it is meant to never be touched. Let that sink in. Billionaires have money they plan to never spend. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe not even in their lifetime. Why? Because this money has a different mission. Survival across generations. Welcome to the permanent vault. This is where wealth turns into legacy. But it's not a literal vault. It's a system, a network, a structure designed to protect wealth from taxes, lawsuits, bad decisions, even family conflict. The tools behind the vault. First, family offices. Imagine a private company whose only job is to manage one family's money. That's a family office. They don't just invest, they engineer wealth. Second, trusts. This is where things get powerful. A trust separates the money from the person. So instead of giving your kids full control, you give them rules. The money can only be used in certain ways at certain times for certain purposes. Simple analogy. It's like locking treasure in a chest and giving the key to a rule book instead of a person. Third, holding companies. This is where assets live. Businesses, real estate, investments, all organized under one umbrella, protected, and controlled. So what's inside this vault? This is the part most people never see. Real estate, forever assets. Not flipping houses, not quick profits. We're talking prime city property, family estates, land held for decades, assets that grow quietly over time. Equity in businesses. The rich don't sell great companies, they hold them forever because ownership is power. Art and collectibles. Sounds strange? It's not. Art is portable, valuable, and appreciating. It's wealth you can hang on a wall. Foundations. Even charity becomes strategy. Money is invested and only small portions are used, so the wealth never dies. Big idea. The permanent vault isn't about getting richer, it's about never becoming poor again. Part 3. The bunker, where land comes in. Now let's talk about the most underrated strategy, the one almost nobody thinks about. What happens if the system itself breaks? Stocks crash, currencies lose value, banks fail. What happens to your wealth then? This is where billionaires think differently. They don't just prepare for growth, they prepare for collapse. Welcome to the bunker. This is defensive wealth, assets that don't rely on governments, markets, or trust. And this is where land comes in. Land is different. It existed before money, and it will exist after it. Why land? Because it produces real things: food, water, resources, things humans will always need. Farmland. Imagine owning land that grows food. Farmers pay you to use it. Food prices rise, your land becomes more valuable. It's not flashy, but it works in every economy. Timberland. Trees grow whether markets go up or down. You can harvest them, sell them, regrow them. It's self-renewing wealth. Resource rights. Water, minerals, energy. Control these and you control something deeper than money. Simple analogy. Imagine playing Monopoly. You can stack cash all day, but if the board flips, that cash is worthless. What still matters is the land. That's how billionaires think. Big insight. Stocks are paper. Cash is fragile, but land is the foundation. At first glance, billionaire strategies seem complicated, but they're actually built on a simple idea. Different money has different jobs. Some money moves fast, some money stays locked forever, and some money prepares for the worst. That's it. The average person mixes everything together: savings, investing, security, all in one place. But the wealthy, they separate it, they design it, they control it. And here's the real takeaway. Wealth isn't just about making money, it's about keeping it, growing it, protecting it. Because anyone can get lucky once, but staying wealthy, that's strategy. So next time you think about money, don't just ask, how do I make more? Ask, where should it live? Because where you park your money decides whether it grows, survives, or disappears.